Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you work, your bank balance never grows? Like you're always one unexpected expense away from starting over? If yes, you're not alone. This video is not just about saving money. It's about understanding the silent mistakes that are keeping you broke. And trust me, mistake number 7, that one hits hard because most of us are guilty of it. Stay with me till the end because fixing just one of these could change your financial future. Mistake number 1, living without a budget. It's the 5th of the month. Your salary came just a few days ago. You paid the rent, ordered a few meals online, maybe bought something from Amazon. But now you're checking your bank balance and you're shocked. Wait, where did all my money go? Sound familiar? If you feel broke just a week after payday, chances are you're living without a budget. Let me tell you about Ramesh, a 31-year-old software engineer in Pune. He earned 80,000 rupees a month. Good salary, right? But every month was the same story. Struggling by the 20th, skipping outings, swiping his credit card for groceries. He wasn't wasting money on big things. Just a coffee here, a Zomato order there, a few impulsive Amazon buys. He thought he was managing money. But he wasn't tracking a single rupee. Until one day, his younger sister, a college student, showed him her monthly Excel budget. He laughed. But when he tried it himself, boom! He realized he was spending 12,000 rupees just on food delivery. A budget is not about cutting all fun. It's about knowing where your money is going. Think of it like Google Maps for your money. Without it, you're lost. With it, you know every turn. A simple budget tells you how much you earn, where it's being spent, and how much you can save or invest. The 50-30-20 rule is a great start. 50% for needs, rent, bills, groceries, 30% for wants, eating out, shopping, 20% for savings and investments. When you track it, you control it. When you ignore it, your money controls you. Use Google Sheets, Notion, or apps like Moneyfy, Walnut, or Spendy. Track your daily spending, even if it's 20 rupee chai. Review your budget every Sunday. Just 10 minutes. Make it a game. Try reducing expenses without reducing joy. You'll feel more powerful every month. Remember, it's not how much you earn, it's how much you keep and grow. And it all starts with one simple habit: budgeting. If you don't tell your money where to go, it'll leave without saying goodbye. Mistake number 2, no emergency fund. Imagine this. You're sipping tea on a Sunday evening when suddenly your phone rings. It's your manager. We're downsizing. Your role is no longer required. Boom. Just like that, your income stops. But your rent, EMI, groceries, they don't care. They still need to be paid. What do? Meet Priya, a 29-year-old graphic designer from Jaipur. In 2023, her dad had a heart attack. She rushed him to the hospital and the bills crossed 1.8 lakh rupees. She had health insurance, but only 1 lakh rupees cover. She tried to break her FD, penalty. Her mutual funds, market was down. Her credit card, already maxed. She had no emergency fund. She borrowed money, took a personal loan. Today she's still paying EMIs, not for a car or vacation, but for that one emergency. An emergency fund is your financial seatbelt. It's not for new phones, not for vacations. It's for real-life punches you don't see coming. Job loss, medical bills, car repairs. Experts say keep 3 to 6 months of your essential expenses aside. That means rent, food, EMIs, school fees, anything you must pay to survive. So if your basic monthly cost is 25,000 rupees, aim for 75,000 rupees to 1.5 lakh rupees in a separate, easily accessible account. Don't stress about building it overnight. Start with 1,000 rupees per week, open a separate savings account, use auto debit or SIP in a liquid fund. Treat it like your invisible shield, not to touch unless it's really needed. Because here's the truth. Rain will come. Will you have an umbrella? Your emergency fund doesn't just protect your money, it protects your peace of mind. So, start building it today, not tomorrow, today. Mistake 3, credit card addiction. It all starts with one swipe, a new phone, that sale on Myntra, Zomato Gold, a weekend getaway you think you deserve. You tell yourself, it's okay, I'll pay it next month. But next month becomes the next year. Before you know it, your 5,000 purchase has turned into a 7,000 rupee nightmare. Thanks to interest. That's credit card addiction. and it's destroying your financial future silently. Rohit, a 28-year-old marketing executive in Delhi, earned 55,000 rupees a month. He loved rewards, cashback, points, lounge access. He had 3 credit cards and he used them like candy. Every weekend was a party paid for by future Rohit. One day he checked his statements. 1.3 lakh outstanding. Minimum due 6,000 rupees. He was only paying the minimum. That's when reality hit. He was stuck in a debt trap. And the banks? They were earning 36 to 40% annual interest of him. It took Rohit 2 years of tight budgeting and zero shopping to pay it all off. He once said, credit cards made me feel rich until they made me broke. Credit cards aren't evil, but using them without discipline is. Banks want you to swipe freely. They make money every time you miss the due date. Through late payment charges, interest on carry forward balance, GST on interest, yes, double damage. Credit card interest can go as high as 3.5% per month. That's over 40% annually. No investment gives that kind of return, but the banks charge you that when you delay. It's like digging a hole with your own hands and jumping in. How to break the addiction? Rule 1. Never spend on a credit card what you can't pay in full next month. Rule 2. Set auto reminders for due dates or automate payments. Rule 3. Use UPI or debit for daily expenses. It creates pain of payment which reduces spending. Bonus tip. Use credit cards only for planned purchases like flight tickets or bills where you already have the money saved. Credit cards can be a tool or a trap. Choose wisely. Because financial freedom doesn't come from swiping, it comes from discipline. Mistake number 4. EMI lifestyle. You don't own it. The bank does. It starts innocently. You walk into a showroom just to check it out. You see a fridge, a new iPhone, a sofa set, and then the magic words. Sir, सिर्फ 2009 rupees नेंटन per month का EMI है. ले लीजिए. Boom. You didn't plan for it. You didn't budget for it. But you walk out owning something you couldn't afford today. And a 12-month commitment. Sound familiar? You're not alone. Lakhs of middle-class Indians are trapped in what we call the EMI lifestyle. Meet Priya, 29, working in Bangalore. Salary, 50,000 rupees a month. But she pays 7,000 rupees EMI for a phone, 5,000 rupees for a sofa, 6,500 rupees for a designer fridge, 3,000 rupees for that fitness band she doesn't even wear. Total, 21,500 rupees in EMIs, 43% of her income gone before the month begins. The sad part, she doesn't even feel rich, just stressed. Because when rent, bills and food come in, she's broke. And saving? Zero. All because of those easy-looking, no-cost EMI offers. EMIs seem small, but they steal your freedom. You can't change jobs, take risks or save for your goals because 40% of your income is already committed. Worse, many EMIs come with interest hidden in the price. You don't own the product, the bank does. You just get to use it as long as you keep paying. It's like living on rent from your own future. Don't let EMIs decide how you live. If you can't buy it twice, you can't afford it once. Buy when you have money, not when EMI makes it feel affordable. True wealth comes from owning your life, not owing for it.
Mistake number 5.
No investments. Let me ask you something. How long have you been saving money in your bank account? 1 year? 5 years? Maybe even 10? Now imagine this. You've been saving 5,000 rupees every single month for the last 10 years. That's 6 lakh. But guess what? If you only kept it in a savings account earning 3.5% interest, your money just grew to 7.1 lakh. But if you had invested the same 5,000 rupees in a basic mutual fund with 12% annual return, you'd have around 11.6 lakh. That's over 4.5 lakh extra just by putting your money to work. No extra effort, no magic, just time and discipline. This is the cost of not investing, the opportunity you lose silently every month. I remember a friend, Rahul. He got his first job at 24, earning 30,000 rupee per month. His parents told him, Beta, open a recurring deposit. It's safe. So he did. For 8 years, he saved without missing a single month. But during COVID, when the markets boomed, he saw his colleagues making great returns through SIPs and equity mutual funds. That's when he realized his 3.5 lakh REIT was nowhere close to the 6.2 lakh his friend made in the same period through mutual funds. Safety is good, but growth is necessary. The biggest mistake? Thinking investment is for the rich or the smart. It's not. It's for the consistent. Start small. 500 rupee SIP, gold ETFs or index funds. But start. Because money sitting idle isn't saving you, it's costing you your future. Mistake number 6. No financial goals. Let me tell you something honest. Most people don't have financial goals. Ask someone why you saving money and the answer is usually bus future ke liye, just in case. That just in case mindset is why most savings don't go anywhere. It's like going on a road trip without a destination. You'll spend fuel, time, energy, but never reach anywhere meaningful. I remember my cousin Priya. She earned decently and saved 5 to 6,000 rupees every month, but she had no goal, no plan, no timeline, just scattered fixed deposits and a little cash in the locker. Then one day, her landlord asked her to vacate. She thought of buying her own house, but realized she had no corpus, no down payment, not even a rough plan. Years of saving, but not a single step closer to owning a home. Now contrast that with my friend Karan. He started with a clear goal. I want 10 lakh rupees in 5 years for a home down payment. So, he began a SIP of 8,000 rupees or per month in a balanced mutual fund. Tracked it, stayed consistent. 5 years later, he had 11.2 lakh rupees, ready to book his dream home. That's the power of having a goal. It gives direction, motivation, clarity. Whether it's a car, a vacation, retirement, or your child's education, set a goal, assign a number, give it a deadline, and plan backward. Because money without a goal is just potential wasted. But money with a mission, that's wealth in the making. Mistake number 7. Comparing with others. Let's be honest, we've all done it. Your colleague buys a new iPhone, and suddenly, your perfectly working phone feels outdated. Your friend posts a Thailand vacation on Instagram, and you're questioning your weekend at home. This constant comparison, it's silently killing your finances. Take the example of Rahul and Meena. Rahul is 28, earns 40,000 rupees a month, lives modestly, saves 8,000 rupees regularly. Meena, his school friend, posts pictures with a new iWatch, dines at 5-star restaurants, and just bought a car. Rahul starts feeling behind. If Meena can do it, why can't I? So he takes a personal loan, buys a phone he doesn't need, goes on an EMI-heavy vacation. 6 months later, his savings are zero, EMIs are eating 40% of his salary, and he's stressed. What he didn't know, Meena's lifestyle was funded by a one-time bonus, some EMIs, and her parents pitching in. What looked like success was just temporary shine. Here's the truth. You only see their highlight reel, not their debt, not their stress, not their bank balance. And when you copy blindly, you're digging a hole for yourself. Money isn't a race, it's a marathon. Mistake number 8. Ignoring insurance. Insurance, it's the most boring topic in personal finance, right? But it's also the one that protects everything else you're building. Yet, most people either delay it, ignore it, or think, it won't happen to me. Let me tell you about Rohit, a 32-year-old IT engineer, healthy, married, with 1 kid. He thought term insurance was a waste. Why pay premiums for something I may never use? So he skipped it. Even health insurance, just relied on the company policy. Then one day, life changed. A routine checkup turned into a diagnosis, a heart condition. The hospital bill, 6.5 lakhs rupees. His company health cover only paid 3 lakhs rupees. The rest, out of pocket. His emergency fund vanished. Then came the borrowed money. The stress didn't stop at health. It bled into finances. Worse, if something had happened to him, his family would have been left with EMIs, rent, and zero backup. All this for what? To save a few thousand rupees a year? Now let's flip the script. If Rohit had taken a simple 1 crore rupee term insurance at age 30, it would have cost him less than 1,000 rupees per month. Health insurance with critical illness rider, maybe another 700 rupees per month. For 700 rupees a month, less than a weekend dinner, he could have protected his family, his savings, and his peace of mind. Insurance isn't an investment, it's a safety net. You don't wear a seatbelt because you expect a crash. You wear it in case something happens. Same with insurance. It doesn't pay when things go right. It saves your life when things go wrong. So if you haven't already, stop waiting. Buy a term plan. Get proper health insurance. Because emergencies don't knock, they crash in. Mistake number 9. Impulse spending. We've all been there. You're just scrolling through Instagram and boom, an ad pops up. 50% off Limited time only. Next thing you know, you're entering your UPI pin for something you didn't even know you wanted 2 minutes ago. Let me tell you about Priya. She is 28, lives in Mumbai, and earns 45,000 rupees a month. She's smart, hardworking, but every month her money just vanishes. When she finally sat down and checked her expenses, it shocked her. 9,300 rupees in online shopping last month. Clothes, gadgets, skincare, random Amazon deals, none of it really needed. And the worst part? Most of it lay untouched after the initial excitement wore off. That's the thing with impulse purchases. They give short term dopamine and long term regret. Why does this happen? Because companies have mastered the art of emotional triggers. Buy now, pay later. Only two left in stock. This offer expires in 1 hour. These aren't just words, they're psychological tactics. Here's a tip: follow the 24-hour rule. If you see something tempting, don't buy it immediately. Wait 24 hours. If you still feel you need it, go ahead. But 9 out of 10 times, the craving disappears. Priya started doing this, and within 3 months, she saved over 20,000 rupees. That money, she started a SIP with it. Now, instead of shopping bags, she is collecting returns. Remember, small leaks sink big ships. Plug your impulse spending and watch your savings grow. Mistake 10. Not increasing income. Let's get real for a moment. You can cut down on your coffee, reduce eating out, cancel that OTT subscription. But there's a limit to how much you can save. There's no limit to how much you can earn. Meet Rahul. He works as a data entry operator in Jaipur. He earns 28,000 rupees per month and manages to save around 2,000 rupees. Every month, he stresses about bills, rent, and whether he can ever afford a vacation or buy his own bike. One day, his friend told him about freelance typing gigs on platforms like Upwork and Freelancer. Rahul hesitated. अब मुझसे नहीं होगा, but decided to try. He took one free online course on Excel shortcuts and presentation formatting. Within 2 months, he was making an extra 6,000 rupees per month by working just 2 hours in the evening. That small boost didn't just help him save more, it gave him confidence, options, and hope. So many of us make the mistake of relying only on one income source. Whether you're a teacher, IT professional, or student, you have skills. You just haven't explored how to monetize them yet. Learn a digital skill: design, content writing, coding, video editing. The internet is full of opportunities. Or try selling something: handmade products, old books, art, thrift items. The goal is not to work 24/7, but to create multiple streams of income so you're not financially helpless if one tap dries up. Your job is not your only identity. Build a side hustle. Even 2,000 rupees extra per month adds up to 24,000 rupees a year. That's an emergency fund. That's an investment. That's peace of mind. Money mistakes are not about lack of intelligence. They're about lack of awareness. You now have the awareness. You know what to avoid. You know what to fix. The question is, will you start today? Like and share this with a friend who needs this. Comment which mistake are you fixing first. Subscribe Finance Seco India for real, honest money talk.